this event is about a special relationship between two people, Alex. And I know it's been 9 years since those two people met back at West Point. And as time developed, Alex and his better half have forged a deep relationship that has continued to grow and blossom. And then sadly, Alex met Christina. And I knew I had been replaced. And Alex used to be my Paul Walker to my Vin Diesel. R.I.P. Yeah. Christina, I know that Alex loves you because the first time I saw the way he looked at you, it was the way that he used to look at me. To make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into, even though you should because you've been married for a year, is I have a list of Alex's traits that I would like to highlight to you. And that I want to share this list with everybody. First, Alex has a profound love of cats. Checkers has his own Facebook page, I'm at Checkers, hashtag, He has a shelf of self-help cat books. And these include great titles such as Dummies for Cats and Cat Confessions. And it's all for his cat, Checkers. Second, Alex is a fair weather Cowboys fan, aka America's team. And I would like to highlight this with a special story we had back in plebe year, where we were at our sponsor's house, Joe Fanzelter, and Joe was a big Redskins fan. And Alex just kept pestering him about how the Cowboys were so much better. So Joe came out him, stood up, looked at him, and was just like, Alex, name one member of the Cowboys team. Alex quickly responded with, Tony Romo. Yeah. So Joe was like, quickly retorted, name two people on the Cowboys team. And Alex was like, America's team? I don't know. Yeah, same. Oh, by the way, Tony Romo is not the starting quarterback anymore. I'm just letting you know. So, 3, Alex's favorite song is "Glamorous" by Fergie. As part of the hazing at West Point, we all had to do questionable things, and I'll probably hear this when I get married. But Alex had, whenever the upperclassmen told him to roll the dice, he had to sing this song. So Alex, when he was doing it, had to flip his BCG glasses, which were horrendous, and put them upside down, which made him look even sillier. And then he tilted his hat to the sideway like a gangster, and he would take out his dog tags, and one of his dog tags, because he's allergic, was red. So he had these red dog tags rolling out, and he would just be like rolling the dice like G-L-A. And he would just go straight through this thing, and it was very horrendous. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Thanks for bringing it up.
No problem. But seriously, Christina, I know Alex, again, was in love with you since he first met you. I know that's why when you two were in Bullock, he traveled 18 hours to see you and play his guitar in front of your apartment. Or why when you were a couple, he would constantly fly every month to see you in Seattle, across the country, which is a hard thing for Alex to do. And and he was always in love with you and will forever be in love with you. You two see the good in each other. And from the bottom of my heart, I hope you have a wonderful life, wonderful marriage. Thank you. I'd like to raise a toast to Alex and Christina. Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, and now I'd like to ask the maid of honor to come up to the front to give her a toast.
This is a really good mic. You don't even have to hold this near your mouth. All right. Evening, everybody. So I am the maid of honor. I know I changed clothing. I'm still the same person. So I've had, yeah, purple socks, man. Really. Thank you. So I've had the pleasure of knowing Christina since the beginning of our time at West Point. And I have to say, like, I'm very grateful for having had met her, because she's a significant part of my life, and I'm so honored to be here right now. And if you're a friend of the groom and you haven't had the opportunity to get to know Christina, please do. Please, take the moment to come up and meet her, because I will say, there is never a dull moment with Christina. Like, she is a unique human being, and in the best way possible. And so, appreciate having you in my life as a good friend. And Alex, I actually met Alex before I met Christina, and because I was in the same company. I wasn't in the same squad, but I was in the same company, and so memorable. I do remember him because of the same reasons, but glamorous, yes. But I have to say that I've been the biggest cheerleader of Alex since we were in college, and I am so happy he's such a persistent individual, because I've gotten to see this relationship go from a guy trying, to woo the girl that he adores all the way to this moment. And I'm just so happy that I've been able to see it, go from day one all the way up to now. And I'm excited to see it continue on into the future. And what I really liked about their relationship as they were, doing the whole courting thing, getting to know each other, is just their persistence in taking the time to visit each other. And I will say one in particular visit, when Alex flew to Washington, they always had this thing about, going out and seeing something new every time they visited each other, which I always admired. And they decided to go to the zoo, the Seattle Zoo, one time. And so, story time. This particular visit, they went to the Seattle Zoo, and I remember it pretty well, because at this point in time, I lived pretty close to Christina. We were about like a 5-minute walk from each other. And I remember getting a phone call, like in the afternoon, from, you know where this is going, from Christina. And I remember getting a phone call, and as soon as I heard Christina's voice, I knew something was wrong. And I was like, this is not good. What is happening right now? And so she proceeds to tell me that her truck has been stolen. And goes on to say that, no, it's been stolen. The police officer has gone around and has tried to track it down. It is nowhere to be found, so a police report has been filed. Low jack has been activated. We need a ride. And I was also heartbroken for this truck. Like, I knew she was upset because, first off, she's stranded 45 minutes away from her apartment. And second off, that's her truck. I love Christina's truck. I'm pretty sure Christina's truck moved 33% of my apartment into it. Not only that, I was the very first passenger in Christina's truck. This truck is special to me, as is Christina. But, I understood, the gravity of the moment. So I got in my car, and I went the 45-minute drive to go pick them up. And the one thing I kept rehearsing to myself on this drive is that she told me they were sitting outside of the penguin lot. It's a zoo, so they're sitting at the penguin lot. And I'm like, the entire drive, I was like, all right, penguin lot, penguin lot, penguin lot. All right, I'm gonna find them. So I'm driving, and as I'm going, I get close to the zoo, and I start seeing all the animal lots, and I'm like, all right, I'm getting warmer, looking for penguin. And I don't know what happened, but on my right-hand side, I see the flamingo lot, and I'm like, there it is! And I start pulling into this lot, and I'm like, no! you know, like as I'm pulling into this lot, I'm like, it's too late. I've dedicated myself. I have to pull into this lot now. So here I am in the flamingo lot, very annoyed because it is not the penguin lot. And I continue along my way, and I'm like, cool. That's one of those, you enter one way, you pop out the other. And so I was like, that's fine. I'll drive out, hang a right, get back onto the road, and pick them up at the penguin lot. But as I'm leaving the flamingo lot, I hit the brakes. And I'm like, what could that be? You know, so like, I'm looking at my right, and next to me, parked underneath the flamingo lot exit, is a Tacoma truck with Texas license plates with a West Point sticker. And I'm like, what are the odds? You know, like, I was like, and I'm staring this truck down, and I was like, I was your first passenger, I know you. Like, I'm pretty sure you're the one, you know? And so I stare at it for a little bit, hang that right, because they're waiting for me at the penguin lot. And I get, in my mind as I'm driving towards them, I was like, am I in like I just got punked? You know, like, did they make me drive 45 minutes just to tell me, like, just kidding? You know, so I get there, I pick them up, and they have, like, intense, sad puppy dog faces going. And I'm like, they're good actors. They're good actors. Like, they're playing me. So they get in the car, Christina gets in the passenger seat, and, yeah, so I'm like, so it's stolen, huh? And they're like, yeah, like, low jack activated, stolen. I'm like, oh man, that's crazy. So, you know, end of story. I brought them to the truck. All was well. The night ended great. We went to dinner together. Little third wheel, I went along with them. But yeah, so.
Low jack doesn't work, by the way.
Listen to all of you. Low jack does not immediately find your vehicle when it's like 100 meters away from you. So, but I told this story just to say that marriage is an adventure, and when these two are together, like, never a dull moment with Christina, but you combine the two and it's never a dull adventure. And I wish them the best along their path in their long marriage, and I'm definitely excited for many, many, many Christmas cards to come. So, but congratulations, guys, and glad to be here for you all. Another toast.
Remember that your house. All right.